time is what we're surviving on. People are just jamming and having fun. And I'll tell you what, my friend, let's look forward to some of your shows. What you got coming up in the future, any dates and times, some of the jams you got going. I have one more tune, Blues for Casey, off of the awesome CD, Highway for a Cruise. Tell us what's happening on the live side. Anything lined up?
Well, right now, I'm in the same boat that pretty much all live musicians are. It doesn't matter if you're me, an independent artist, or you're Bruce Springsteen. There are no live shows happening. And right now, everybody has canceled every live show that they have because the future is so uncertain. Here in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, gatherings of more than, I think it's down now to 10, started at 2 months ago as gatherings of 1,000 people were banned. I had some solo gigs because I'm playing. I started this band, like I mentioned, because of my album did so well. But there's a few clubs that I play solo acoustic that I still play or played that got canceled. And as soon as we get the green light, which here in Virginia, the governor announced plans to start phase 1 reopening this coming Friday, but not all cities and counties are following because a lot of people don't think we're ready. And I'm hoping that these clubs can survive because I'm dying to get out there and play. But in the meantime, I'm doing Facebook streaming live shows on Facebook every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Might move it up to 7 p.m. because that seems to be a common time for big name artists that have the capacity to do something on television are streaming shows on whatever network Saturday nights at 8 o'clock. So I might move it up to 7 o'clock. You can always check it out on Facebook. Just search JP Reali. I think you have to be a friend, so send me a friend request. I accept everybody's friends unless you're a Russian bot, and they're pretty easy to spot. And just dig the music. This week I'm featuring, next Saturday night, I'll feature the music of Blind Willie McTell, who was a huge influence on me as a 12-string player. Didn't do any 12-string songs on Highway Cruise, but did some acoustic stuff in a band format, which is what Blues for Casey is in. So that's a good lead into that next number if you want to go ahead and spin it.
Yeah, no problem, bro. And I was going to say, you got 3 CDs out there. Cold Steel Blues, Bottle of Blows. Booze? Is it
Bottle of Blues.
Bottle of Blues?
Blues.
Gotcha. I get my better glasses out. But A Road to Memphis. And, of course, A Highway Cruise. Blues for Casey.
Yes.
Right back. Thanks.
I wake up every morning and I put on my blue suit. I ride the bus into downtown. It takes a local route. I get off at the final stop and walk the last half mile. I try to wear a happy face. I try to force a smile. I'm working at a house on Pennsylvania Avenue. To some it might seem fun, but I just feel so damn abused. I sit down at my desk and try to act not so surprised. It's harder than you think it is because of all the lies. Might be yes, might be no. It's mostly we don't know. It makes no sense, present tense. It proves you never know. The wind it blows, a rooster crows, makes the morning news. I'd rather not, 'cause now I've got working at the White House Blues. job, it's not the mob. Each day I tell my wife, she says that I can quit, you know, you've only got one life. I love the life I used to live, working for the man. But this new crew and his family too feel like the Clampett clan. I wanna work and do my part to make this idea great. But 4 whole years and untold fears simply cannot take it. I never thought I'd go to work each day and hope I fail. I never thought I'd go to work and end up locked in jail. It might be yes, it might be no, it's mostly we don't know. He makes no sense, the president thinks that we don't know. The wind it blows, a rooster crows, it makes the evening news. I'd rather not, 'cause now I've got working at the White House Blues. Yes, I'll have a shot, 'cause now I've got working at the White House Blues.
There it is, JP Reali. And JP, yes, he's in D.C., man. He's telling me about friends working for the White House. And, hey, did you ever get to play on Capitol Hill with a bill? Remember that song that you used to have? You know, Conjunction Junction, a bill's a bill.
Oh, yeah. What was that? What was that
School
series
Rock
on Saturday morning? Oh,
yeah.
Schoolhouse Rock. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, I've
man.
never. There was a place years ago, man, in the '80s. Gallagher's on Penn on Pennsylvania Avenue. I think it was called Gallagher's. Played there a couple times. I used to have an open mic night that I used to go to. That was about 6 blocks from the. It was on Capitol Hill. It was about 6 blocks from the Capitol.
Wow.
I think it was Gallagher's Penn Station was the name of it. But yeah, long time ago. Whew.
Wow, that must be something living there. Oh my God, the entertainment. Did you see when you're out the senators and the congressmen and all the hanging out, or I mean, you get to know a lot of people, I would think, huh?
Yeah, it's changed. Obviously now it's not happening, but
Right.
I've seen politicians out. I remember when Dennis Hassert was the Speaker of the House under George W. Bush. I used to see him. There's an Italian restaurant that I love that's no longer there. That it's not on the Hill. It's near the convention center. Excuse me, in D.C. I saw him there, and of course, the head of the RNC under George Bush Sr., Lee Atwater, was seen all over the place. He was, I believe, a partner in the restaurant Red Hot and Blue. Was a Memphis-style barbecue place that had live music. I want to say I played there once in the 80s, and Lee was kind of a wild man, and he got called into the White House more than once and had a little sit-down in the Oval Office with Papa Bush, because he would come up on stage and he played guitar, and he would throw down with you musically and beverage-wise, too. And it's kind of funny. He represented the conservative party. You know, this was after Reagan and conservatives, and Bush was more of the same. And
oh, yeah.
If you remember when Bush Sr. was running for president, people would say, "Who's that dude and his mother?" And it was Barbara, rest her soul. And they were nice people. Lee was a wild man. And he was seen all over town. He was at that time in the late 80s, early 90s, the most famous politician. And Bill Clinton came along. Clinton would do the same thing. I never saw Clinton in public. I met him at a couple of functions that I worked at. But he was also, he liked to have a good time too. But,
oh my! Did you know when they were coming? Did they have to sweep the area to make you could see the guys coming when they're their hands in their ears and all that kind of stuff. That's what I'd be checking out. Look at all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I got booked to play at events that they were at, and unfortunately, I really wanted to get booked to play at the White House when Obama was the president, because he would. February is African American History Month, and he would always have a series of blues concerts, and I could never get in. I mean, they had B.B. King played, and I think Aretha Franklin. They had top A-list people perform at the White House. It's a huge honor. They had Mick Jagger play one time, and Derek Trucks played with Mick Jagger, and I just don't have the SWAT to get in there, although I'm fairly well known locally. That's a different level, and I wish that whoever was in charge of that would have looked to more local musicians, because there are great local musicians here in DC. DC, the scene is not as good as some other cities that I've performed in, but there's great talent here in DC, especially in bands like the Nighthawks, and there's a great guitarist named Dave Chappell. He's great blues guitar. And of course, Danny Gatton and Roy Buchanan came out of this area. Roy Buchanan is the guy who turned down an offer to play in the Rolling Stones in the mid-'70s because he was a blues guy. He didn't want to be a rock guy. So that's pretty high accolades if you refuse an offer to join the Stones.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
At that time, these guys, the Stones, no, I think I want to do something else. And just think of all the different timing things in life. And, well, yourself, it's going to go now. You keep rocking like you're doing bluesing, my friend, JP, with the Rad Blues or something come out of all this good stuff. Try to.
Yeah, I actually just, I mentioned to you earlier that I've been writing. So I've been home a lot, and I just last night changed the lyrics of a song about drinking, of course. And the line was, I spend my nights drinking because I got nothing left to lose. And I realized a better line right now is, I spend my nights drinking because I got nothing else to do. Okay. And I know a lot of people that are in that same boat, that they're doing videos of, it's cocktail hour, here's what we're making tonight. Because what else can you do? You got to try to keep yourself busy or you're going to go insane.
That's true, my friend, and that's why I was so glad to reach out to you and get back to me right away. I started this a couple of months ago, reaching out to past friends I've talked to, because it's just nothing getting back together, brother, and talking about your music, friendship, what you're doing. And thanks, man, for coming on the Who Magoo today and bringing DC Blues and Capital Blues and just all that karma where you're at. I'm in the Milwaukee area, trying to do our best here, as everybody else is. But we're really in all this together, politics besides or whatever. Go United States. What else can we do?
Yeah, we are. And the song that I finished my live stream set with last night was a Reverend Gary Davis song called Let Us Get Together. And that's what we need. It's really, we're one planet and one people. We're all in this together. It's more than just our country. It's everybody. And we all just got to stick together and get through this, and hopefully we'll come out the other end. I know we will come out the other side. I'm just hoping we'll come out stronger and more united as a country.
Well, for one thing, for sure, the songs will continue. They'll be formatting, and you'll be right on it. So, JP Reali, a Highway Cruise, awesome CD. Get out there and buy it, and let's finish with the title track. Thanks, bro. Talk to you next time, okay, bud?
Awesome. Thanks, Tom.
No problem. Peace.
Peace.